bipolar female. Black 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 bipolar female. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. Let me tell you where I've been, who I am, what I do, why I stand, how I live, what I think, what I love, what I am. Black bipolar female. Yes, ma'am. Many questions you could ask, what I don't know I will pass. I will help you understand all the ups, all the downs, all the smiles, all the frowns, all the whys, all the hows. Walk the journey with me, the road is full of wows. We can learn together, we can grow forever. We can learn together, we can grow forever.
I was in the midst of putting up a show, and I was complaining a bit about how tired and stressed I was, and the person I was speaking to caused me to pause when she said, "God would not give you the opportunity without giving you the strength to see it through." I never really thought of anything that way. I typically think of everything I do as some sort of test, with the possibility of failure hanging over my head at every turn. But I have to admit that things do work out better when I feel as if I'm doing what God intended for me to do. I've always felt that I'm a writer. I was born a writer. Before I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, I believed I had a real shot of being a full-time writer. I absolutely felt like my life was on the path God intended for me to be on, and that in the long run, everything would work out. Somewhere along the way, throughout the course of my illness, I lost my belief that writing was my calling. My connection to God wavered, and I couldn't figure out exactly what path I was supposed to be on. Work was a serious challenge because nothing ever seemed to work out at any of the companies that hired me. It began to seem as if they hired me just to torment me, and I found myself in the same uncomfortable situations over and over again, no matter where I worked or what position I held. Ultimately, I couldn't take the stress of the office world and moved back home. In many ways, I was defeated. No job, no money. Someone told me I had nothing, and it took all the strength I could find within myself to say, I don't think my experience and education amount to nothing. But I wasn't quite sure what exactly it amounted to. I began to take stock of all of my experiences up until that point, and all of my time spent in school, and I began to remember who I was many years ago. Maybe it was because I was in the home I grew up in, surrounded by the people I grew up with, but my dreams of becoming a full-time writer and my belief in myself as someone who was born to write came back to me. It's a bit weird for me to think of myself as being born as a writer at this stage in my life. I've worked so long outside of any creative realm, it's tough to think of what my life as a full-time writer looks like. Do I have the discipline? Do I have the determination? Sometimes it's easier to get a lot done when you have a lot to do. But once a given structure is taken away and the workload decreases, the amount of work produced can decline and the quality of the work can wane. And then there's the question I always come back to. Can I come up with it? I have no idea where my ideas actually come from. I mean, if there isn't a God, where do they come from? Do I really have that much power as a human being to come up with ideas on my own? And if that is the case, why can't I come up with ideas all the time about anything I want? It's very clear to me that my creativity is out of my control. It's almost as if the ideas for my work are my conversations with God, and we work through the telling of the story together. That's one of the reasons why I love writing so much. It connects me to a place that is not of this world and helps me believe that there is a power greater than us who looks over us and stands with us throughout all of our difficult times. And it doesn't seem to matter much what your actual religion is. We all have a connection to a power greater than ourselves. When things are going horribly, it's easy to lose hope in the future. But I did not feel like my future changed because I went through difficult times. I would have come up with a much easier journey for myself, but so would most of us. My life is not what I hoped it would be. It's not what I intended it to be. It's not what I planned it would be. But I feel the alignment now. God has given me opportunities I never would have imagined and opened doors I didn't even know were in front of me. So now, I do my best to stay on track and not allow my personal desires to lead me astray. What God has in store for me, no one can take away as long as I stay in alignment. People try to throw me off track every chance they get, but now I remember who I am and who God intended for me to be. This is Natasha saying, stay strong, stay healthy, and know that you are loved.
We can learn together, we can grow forever. We can learn together, we can grow forever. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. I am not my hair, I am not my skin. I am a vessel of love and soul within. I am black bipolar female. I am black bipolar female. Let me tell you where I've been, who I am, what I do, why I stand, how I live, what I think, what I love, what I am. Black bipolar female. Yes, man, many questions you could ask. What I don't know, I will pass. I will help you understand all the ups, all the downs, all the smiles, all the frowns, all the whys, all the hows. Walk the journey with me. The road is full of wows. We can learn together. We can grow forever. We can learn together. We can grow forever. Black bipolar female.